Hey guys, today I'm going to talk a little bit about Dragon Ball Z, which is something I have not talked about on YouTube at all, I think. Now, if you guys have been searching for the new Dragon Ball Z game, Bandai and the rest of the people that have been making the past couple of games, the guys who made Ultimate Tenkaichi, Burst Limit, and the rest of them, have really not released too much, or I don't think they've released any information at all regarding the next game. But there's probably, I don't think it's going to be an Ultimate Tenkaichi 2. Just because the way Ultimate Tenkaichi was, it was awful. The best thing about that game was the character maker. But even that was flawed. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't pick your race. You couldn't even pick your gender, which I thought stupid. It's kind of sexist to me, but anyway. This lacked a lot of customization. Something that was like, to me, this thing it was thrown apart real quick. I think it's probably gonna be Burst Limit 3 or something. Raging Blast 3. Probably more than likely Raging Blast 3, because Raging Blast was way more successful. And a lot of Tenkaichi fans are just like, well, they're just going to complain about it. And all the Raging Blast fans are going to be like, well, it's definitely going to be Raging Blast. But, you know, it all comes down to what Bandai and Funimation all this come to. I mean, me personally, I'd rather see Raging Blast, because to me, it just seems like a fun game. Ultimate Tenkaichi would have been a really good game if it would have had these three things. Better character customization, which I give them props, they had it, period. Okay, that's good. If they would have more characters, it would have been even better. Now, as far as the battle mechanics go, that whole thing, like, if you punch your guy a couple times, then you go into, like, freeze frame, and then you press either like X or Y or square or triangle, and if your opponent matches that, he counters you, or if he don't match it, you just beat the piss out of him. To me, that just didn't seem fair. I mean, that seemed like a chance thing. You might get it, you might not. There's a 50-50 chance you will, 50-50 chance you won't. So, to me, that was just stupid. Character customization wise, here's some things I'm hoping to see, which are like different races, like Namek. You could be like an android. You could be a Saiyan, maybe a Tuffle even. Or what about Majin? That'd be pretty interesting. Like, what if there were two Majin Boos? That'd be something else, or just different. Anyway. And, like, each of them would have their own story, but they'd come together about the same, you know? They'd have different... It's kind of like how Dragon Age Origins was. Have this different startings, have the same general ending. To me, that'd be really cool. Because I'd definitely probably make a Namek or a Saiyan, or... I'd probably try them all out. Something else I'd like to see is... like I said before, a little bit more diversity in the battle mechanics, kind of like how Raging Blast was. I really loved the way Raging Blast is played. It was closer to the traditional Tenkaichi games. And then, something else. Ooh, like Budokai Tenkaichi. Then, like, what if you just customize, like, your supers in your ultimate moves? Like, instead of having this Kamehameha, Gallic Gun, and they weren't really good supers. You had some decent ones, but you didn't have some of the ones I was looking for. I was hoping, like, you could just, when you got deep into the game and it's kind of like beat all characters, you could just, for a super, do like Big Bang Attack, Final Flash, just do a whole bunch of really cool moves like that. That's kind of like what I had in my head. I was like, well, that'd be really cool. And do Super Kamehameha, that'd be really cool. That's something I really wanted. Then, Ultimate moves they were alright. They had some good ones, had some bad ones. Some of them were just ridiculous. They didn't, and the lack of characters killed me. But I have heard rumors that they're gonna do a crossover. It's gonna be like Dragon Ball Z plus Naruto plus One Piece, which I think is retarded. I mean, all the One Piece fans are gonna want a One Piece game. All the Naruto fans are gonna want the next Naruto Ninja Storm, and all Dragon Ball fans are gonna want Dragon Ball Z, Raging Blast 3, or Tenkaichi 2, whatever Bandai makes in Funimation. I mean, because if you take a look at PlayStation All Stars, or I have not played that game, but just from looking at it, that's not my style game. If they wanted to make the next installment in all three of them games, then make it as like a joint project, that'd be cool. I wouldn't complain about that. But you know, it just doesn't seem like a good idea just to spend all your time on that. And now I'm gonna branch off from Dragon Ball for a bit, and this video is probably gonna be around 10 minutes long. I'm gonna try not to take up too much time. But I want to talk about Fallout 4. And if you guys have been watching my videos, you know I really like Skyrim. It's one of my favorite games. I love playing it. It's awesome. But let's talk about Fallout 4. Now, Fallout 4, they has kind of been teased because there have been rumors of people from Bethesda in Boston scouting land and just looking at the overall territory, which I'm guessing is similar to what they did when they're making New Vegas. But again, some of my complaints with New Vegas were it didn't seem like a Fallout game to me. It seemed like a fun game. It just didn't seem like a Fallout game. You know, there's lack of radiation. Just to me, there are hardly any ghouls, which that ain't that big a deal. But it was this is probably the first and only time I'm ever gonna say this, but it was too civilized to be a Fallout game. You go out there and you really want to see crazy psychopaths, you know, and I'm not talking about over the line. I'm just talking about, you know, have some small settlements like Megaton, Tenpenny Tower, and have your choices really mean something other than just being categorized as good or evil. Because basically, you could be a good person, you can be a bad person. Your choices did not really make two shits, really. Unless you join Caesar's Legion or in the NCR. That's another thing. I like the not the fraction, good God, I got math on the brain. But the faction deal. You see, the good thing about the factions was, you know, you got to be part of this big group of people. The bad thing was you kind of worked for them. Kind of like how the Americans and the French were. They worked together to work one big thing. Anyway, I'm going to try to hurry this up. Anyway, then they made the Brotherhood of Steel look like a bunch of psychopathic thugs. But that's just my opinion. Something else I heard. The guy that voiced Three Dog, and you guys probably heard this before, but the guy that voiced Three Dog he released some information like, to all my Three Dog fans, and this is not word for word, he said, you might be seeing some more of the dog pretty soon. Fingers crossed, Bethesda, something like that. Then he went on to say, in another tweet, he said, Bethesda let him tease that out. So, it could mean nothing. He could just be trying to keep people pumped up, you know, a morale thing. So they'll be like, oh man, Fallout 4 is coming out soon. But, me personally, I hope Fallout 4 comes out before the next gen consoles. Because, you know, I don't want to have to go buy a PlayStation 4 just to get Fallout. But then again, if they do, they're probably going to make it on all the consoles like Xbox 360, PS3, PS4, and Xbox 720. Alright, so I just really want to take some time to talk about Fallout and Dragonballz. And I wish I could have a little bit more time talking about Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball, Fallout. Fallout is a really good game. If you've not played Fallout, if you just played it and not got the DLCs, I recommend you either buy the game or get the DLCs one. Because the DLCs for Fallout 3 were very good. They were excellent. I just now played Ship Vita, and I was blown away with it. It was short, but it was fun, you know. And then I played, actually Fallout was the first time I ever had was DLC. Anyway, Fallout New Vegas, their DLCs they're alright. They're kind of weird and stupid, but, they're all good except for Dead Money. All of them except for Dead Money. Dead Money sucked. Dead Money's the worst DLC I've ever played in my life. But, anyway, I just wanted to, give you guys some information, voice my opinion of what I thought about the new, or hopefully coming soon, Dragon Ball and, I forgot what it's called, Fallout 4 games. And please like and comment your opinions. I very much appreciate it. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. And subscribe for more videos about either all three of them topics. Anyway, see you guys later.